everybody. Joyce here with the Traveling Gamblers, and I am here with Jon. Hello, Jon.
Hello, Joyce.
And today is day 2 of 6 days on the equinox. And where we left off yesterday, in the morning when we woke up, we did our daily video, and Jon headed down to Cafe El Baccio a little bit ahead of me. And I went down and joined him around 10. And we sat there and we did some editing, and I responded to some comments on YouTube. We had
an Americano and a blueberry muffin.
And I had my skinny sugar-free vanilla latte and an almond croissant. Before you knew it, time had passed and Willie and Chessa were joining us in Cafe El Baccio, and I still can't believe that they're here. It's so awesome. And we sat and we chatted for about an hour or so, and then the 4 of us decided that we were hungry, so we went to the buffet for lunch.
First of all, it was crowded. There was a lot of food. And,
so much food. Right. The cruise is at full capacity.
Yes. There are a lot of children.
A lot of kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had the best chicken wings.
Oh, the chicken wings were amazing.
And the ribs were pretty good, too.
The ribs were very good. I agree.
I was very impressed.
I was very impressed. The chicken wings were really good. They weren't spicy at all. They were fried. It was more like fried chicken, right, but it was wings, flats, and drums. And the chicken was tender and juicy and moist. It was really good.
So after lunch, we went to Future Cruise, and we went to check what we had.
What our offer was.
And we each have a balcony. They really cut it back, so we each have a balcony.
So 9 nights or less, and we have 24 months we can book out, but they only have a schedule until the end of April of 2025, so we can only book out, I guess, 23 months because they don't have any schedule for beyond that date.
A lot of times we'll book something and we will use it as a placeholder, so we'll have double bookings. So we have 90 some odd bookings, and some of them are double and we'll be moving them, but that's what we have.
So to just expand on what Jon just said, so it's 94 individual reservations, 94 bookings, 94 cabins. There are about 65 individual dates. About 30 of the bookings, we have 2 cabins. Jon has a cabin in his name and I have a cabin in my name. And as Jon said, we use it as a placeholder sometimes. Sometimes we use it to bring family and or friends with us. And they just pay the port charges and taxes, and sometimes there's fees, but that's neither here nor there.
After Future Cruise, we came back to the cabin, did some more work because we have a lot of catching up to do.
We have a lot of editing of all of our excursions. Some of you may have already seen, we put up the Princess Grill Suite tour from the Queen Mary, and the full ship tour should be coming probably next week. I would think next week. So we're trying to do our dailies, and we're also working on the excursions from our 39-day trip, but we want to do the excursion videos in order. So we did Bermuda, and next will be Portugal, and we have one of the videos done and the other video is being worked on by me today, and once that's done, those 2 will go up, and then in between we'll be doing our dailies for every cruise that we go on from here on in.
Plus we try to do 2 slot videos a week.
Yes, of course.
Right.
Yes.
So
so we will actually be working on that as well. So that's what the plan is as far as our schedule for future videos. And then after we worked for a long time,
yes, we did.
It's a very lovely suite. We did a video of that, and you'll be seeing that soon. It's really very nice. There's a separate bedroom and a separate living room, and it's a great space. I'm enjoying it very much. And we worked until about 7:30 last night. I think we were both pretty full from having that lunch at like 1:30.
Yes.
And
we tried to find Willie and Tressa, but they were sleeping.
Yes.
They're trying to get used to the time because they came from Vegas.
And so when we finished working at 7:30, we went to Luminae for dinner. And that was kind of weird.
Yes, it was pretty empty up there. And the ship is full.
Yes, so the front room, you're familiar with Luminae on the Solstice class ship, it's kind of two rooms. There's a wall that is like a divider between the space to make it as if it's kind of two rooms. And the front room was, I would say it was about 60% full. And we like to sit in the back room. And when we went back there, there was just one other couple. And there are about 25 tables or so in each one of the rooms. And the entire meal, it was just us and another couple. It felt like we had our own little private restaurant. It was wonderful. Right. And dinner was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And after dinner, we
went to the casino.
We went to the casino. So it was about 9 o'clock by the time we went to the casino.
The casino was rough for a little while. It was rough at the beginning.
It was.
Right. Until they were closing, they told us we had a half hour. And 5 minutes before they closed, I hit a jackpot. So
and because we were so excited, but it was late, they literally were closing. So they ended up staying open a little longer than they would have because they had to pay Jon the jackpot. That neither one of us thought to record it or take a photo of it. But it was just a little over $2,000, right?
Yes, yeah.
So that was good.
And then, so that's the second jackpot for the cruise.
For Jon,
yes.
And 0 for me.
That's unusual.
Yes, it is.
It's usually Joyce.
But that's okay. We still have 4 days.
Right.
And then we came back to our cabin.
Yeah.
And it was late. It was very late.
I fell asleep. I guess you were editing? What were you doing?
So, because today we are in Grand Cayman. And Grand Cayman doesn't do the daylight savings. We went back an hour. So when we came up to our cabin last night, it was 2:30 in the morning, but it was really 3:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had some last minute things that I needed to do to prepare for this morning's video to go up, which was day 8 of the Queen Mary. We wanted to make sure that we got that done before we put up day 1 of the Equinox. And so I did that, and I just needed to wind down some. So I was awake until about 4:30 in the morning. And
I was watching West Side Story, and then I fell asleep.
Yes, you did. It put you to sleep for sure. Yeah. You were lullabied to sleep by West Side Story. And that brings us to this morning. Here we are. And we will tell you about today tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. We sincerely appreciate all of your support. And as always, we hope you have a wonderful day. Say goodbye, Nellie.
Goodbye, Nellie.